How do you follow a year like that one? What are the right things to say? The right moves to make? When the world nearly lost its balance, so close to tipping off the edge, it was the human spirit that kept us up until the very end. And what better response to the pains of yesterday than a showcase of human achievement? The Tokyo Olympics, an international hub of sportsmanship and fierce competition where audiences can marvel in unity, inspired and proud, an enshrinement of the very values that got us through the hard times. Our greatest athletes train day and night for 4 years to bring their very best to the table. From hours of training and a fiery determination, they are there to prove their place amongst the titans. And we're doing exactly that. 10 companies armed at the hip with bold ideas, here to challenge and transform how we engage with sports and events. The entrepreneur and the athlete share a similar mindset. Their worlds are competitive, and rising to the top doesn't come without its sacrifices. It doesn't just happen. It's hard work. No one said it would be easy, but as our strongest bodies and minds have shown us, it can be done. To take on the grind of the entrepreneurial world, it takes the same self-drive, the same confidence, the same discipline, and the same determination as our greatest athletes. It's always keeping one step ahead as our competitors play catch-up. It's about failing too, but more importantly, about knowing how to pick yourself back up. Every climb in every industry is full of roadblocks, dead ends, and false starts. But no goal was ever scored, no home run was ever made, and no goal was ever won without the hardships that came before it. An entrepreneur's life is an Olympian one of persistence no matter what. Over the last 3 months, our entrepreneurs have trained like any athlete would to sharpen their designs, tackle the status quo and champion innovation. They've lost time and they've lost sleep. But what keeps burning is that vision, the goal that's hung above them from the very start. One of a more connected, more engaged, and a more vibrant sporting landscape. It's the undying resilience and that human drive to scale and succeed that has brought them here today. And they've brought with them their very best. This is our Olympic Village, and these are the teams. Welcome to the Startup Bootcamp Demo Day Decathlon.
Welcome to Startup Bootcamp's Demo Day Decathlon. My name is Trevor Townsend, CEO of Startup Bootcamp. Before we start, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today. I pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to elders of other communities that may be joining us. I'd also like to acknowledge our wonderful keynote speaker and the incredible sporting heroes that will share their stories today. It is a great honour to be joined by such community leaders as we come to celebrate a new year of innovation in sports and events. I would also like to acknowledge the enduring support from our program partnership group, Cricket Australia, the Australia Grand Prix Corporation, Rowing Australia, Netball Australia, the Victorian Racing Club, the Melbourne Racing Club, the University of Melbourne, ASTN and Launch Vic. After the year that was, we are slowly returning to normal, and it's entrepreneurs and leading startups who are helping us do that. More than ever, we are looking for problem solvers, innovative thinkers and job makers. We need to grow, and put simply, startups create growth. We've emerged into a new world with new landscapes for business models. Late adopters have finally gone digital. Businesses have realised much of their workforce can work from home. Our behaviours change, and so does our technology. Accelerator programs bring people together to share ideas, make connections, and propel meaningful and sustainable change. Today is a celebration of some of those people, 10 amazing startups who have worked incredibly hard to be our handholders for the future. Again, I'd like to thank our partners for making this possible. I'd also like to extend our thanks to our numerous mentors, investors, and guest speakers who have given so much time and support. guidance and mentorship remain more important than ever. We've been blown away by the might and determination of our startups during the Demo Day Decathlon. Get yourselves involved and discover what these 10 startups have been working for. They can't wait to share with you, and neither can we. Welcome again to Startup Bootcamp's Demo Day Decathlon.
Welcome to Startup Bootcamp Demo Day. Hi, I'm Ollie Howard, the Managing Director of Startup Bootcamp Sports and EventTech. I'll be your host today. The recent Tokyo Olympics have shown just how far human achievement can reach and are the perfect springboard for today's event. Considered the ultimate test of athletic prowess, the decathlon combines 10 disciplines in one, requiring athletes to exhibit skill, determination, and the strongest attitude, crowning the winner as the world's greatest athlete. We've had the pleasure of working closely with 10 world-class entrepreneurs, decathletes in their own right, each training tirelessly as they scale their businesses. Equipped and ready, they're transforming the way we consume, attend, engage, and participate in sports and major events. This is their sport. Over the next hour, you'll hear from our partners and these incredible 10 startups. We're extremely proud of what they've achieved and honoured to share with you their accomplishments. To guide you through today, let me share a little bit more about how you can actively participate and interact with the startups during this virtual Demo Day event. Firstly, you can invest. You've each been given 50,000 virtual currency to invest in the startups. This small game can be found below the video player. Second, you can engage. During the presentations, leave a thumbs up or ask a question in the chat box next to the video player. Third, you can join the conversation. At the end of the presentations, each of the startups will be available for Q&A. Jump into one or more of the virtual rooms to have your questions answered or to ask something new. Follow the profile page to find the Q&A virtual room for each of the startups. And finally, you can connect. If you're an investor or interested to further explore commercial opportunities, click the Connect with Startup button on their profile page. So please, strap yourselves in and get ready for the best in sports and event tech. This is the Startup Bootcamp Demo Day Decathlon.
Hi there. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of country and to pay my respects to elders, past, present and emerging. I'm joining you today from Wadawurrung country. I'd also like to pay my respects to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are joining us. Can I also acknowledge Oliver Howard, Trevor Townsend, Richard Kelm from Startup Bootcamp. I'm thrilled to be able to virtually welcome you to the second Startup Bootcamp Sports and Event Tech Demo Day. Victoria is a significant leader in sport tech. Makes sense, doesn't it? Melbourne's consistently ranked as one of the great sports cities of the world, with sport and rec contributing over $8.5 billion to the Victorian economy. Our world-class sporting infrastructure and precincts like the MCG, Melbourne Park and John Cain Arena continue to attract the world's major events and athletes. And of course, many of Australia's leading sporting organisations are based here, including the AFL, Netball Australia, Cricket Australia, Swimming Australia, Athletics Australia and Tennis Australia. It'd be remiss to not also reflect on the extraordinary success of Victorian and indeed all Australian athletes as we've just finished the Olympic Games in Tokyo. What a remarkable set of achievements we've witnessed, and of course the Paralympics not far away. And of course, Victoria is a proud hub of innovation and tech as well. We have more than 2,500 startups, and our state is recognised as having one of the top 5 fastest growing startup ecosystems in the world. Victoria is home to around 112 sports tech companies. Most are based in Melbourne. Now, to sustain this position and become a globally recognised startup hub, we need to focus on the core strengths of our startup ecosystem, as well as, of course, the natural strengths, and those that have been hard built here in Victoria. Sports tech is proving to be a really important opportunity for our startup sector. Through the government's startup agency launch VIC, we're backing local founders to make sure that Victoria is a leading startup ecosystem. Just last year, we announced what is a real game changer, the Victorian Startup Capital Fund. It'll be the first fund of funds in Australia, and it's set to strengthen our venture capital sector, injecting up to $240 million of capital and attracting more investors. And we're very proud also to provide support for entities like Startup Bootcamp to help early stage startups and scale-ups to thrive. And of course to attract international startups like many of you pitching today to set up here in our wonderful state. So the theme for today's event is the Demo Day Decathlon. Certainly perfectly timed given what we've all been watching day and night for many of us while locked down. And it's an exciting thought that 10 fantastic startups pitching tonight are going to go on to reshape our experience of sport and events with their innovative solutions. So congratulations to the Startup Bootcamp team for delivering the EventTech and Sports Tech program. And congratulations to founders pitching today, and I wish you every success. I'm sure you'll blow everyone away with your ideas and your plans. And thanks to everyone for attending this online forum today, and of course for your ongoing support of emerging businesses in this really important sector. Thanks so much.
Thanks for such a warm welcome. Before we kick off, I'd like to explain a little about today's theme. Each of our startups has adopted an Olympic attribute that best encapsulates their philosophy. It's an attribute shared by successful entrepreneurs and successful athletes. These attributes will serve as a beacon throughout the event, reminding us of the values that each of our founders hold dear. The first 5 attributes that we will look at are efficiency, determination, access, hustle, and attitude. Let's start with the team at RefBook.
Efficiency is making the best by using the least. It's a no-waste zone. Everything's in its right place, no wasted time, no wasted efforts. Welcome, Joan Norton from Cricket Australia.
Hi everyone, I'm Joan Norton, Senior Commercial Strategy Manager at Cricket Australia. Efficiency is key to any successful athlete or business. How can we achieve more with the resources we have at hand? Every sports organization, like Cricket Australia, strives to simplify tasks, streamline processes, and direct our efforts to the most critical projects, especially in this current environment. The team at RefBook get this. They've built a multi-sport platform that allows administrators to easily connect, manage, appoint, and track sports officials with less manual workload and improved accuracy. This efficiency allows organizations to reallocate resources to recruitment, education, and retention of their officials. It's now my pleasure to introduce John from RefBook.
We created RefBook to solve the challenges faced when managing sports officials. And our mission is using technology to do this in the most efficient and connected platform. Hi, I'm John Chapman, co-founder of RefBook. My background as an elite basketball official has given me over 20 years experience, including Commonwealth Games and World Championships. That's me on court in Australia's NBL. From my first ever local game at my local court to working in front of 50,000 fans at Marvel Stadium, I've got great insight into the world of officiating. If you ask any sports organisation, league or governing body, one of the top challenges will be their officials, specifically their number and quality. And what often compounds these issues is the process used to manage them. We know officiating is an area of sport that is often the last to receive resources. Without an efficient process, managing officials is fiddly, time-consuming and error-prone, taking focus away from the crucial tasks of recruitment and development. You'd be surprised at how poorly it's being handled currently, even at the highest levels. It's often left up to spreadsheets, online forms and social media, which doesn't make sense because we know sport is big business that already uses technology for things like competition administration and athlete development. But there's currently no digital solution that is widely adopted to serve officials, let alone one that connects to the surrounding ecosystem. This situation is unacceptable for such an important aspect of sport, but it also creates huge opportunity for a new player in officiating sports tech. So we built RefBook, an innovative platform for organisations to manage and connect officials more efficiently than before. Our feature set is grouped into 4 key areas that combine to solve the diverse set of challenges from grassroots to the elite. RefBook delivers a holistic solution to managing officials, including availability, appointments, match payments, data capture, qualifications, and registrations. But the best thing is that RefBook is backed by a highly commercial model. Officiating is a global industry, and there's currently no defined market leader. In Australia alone, there are over 2,500 officiating organisations across the top 12 sports. That represents a local market opportunity of $2.5 million in recurring revenue just from RefBook's initial business model. And we've identified a number of additional revenue streams that we'll be activating over time. RefBook is getting traction after launching in early 2021. We started on our home court in basketball and were able to quickly secure early adoption. We already have over 200 paying organisations in just 6 months and signed the majority of Australia's state basketball federations, including the largest, where all 8,000 of its officials are using RefBook. Our launch and traction phases were about securing early paying customers and proving product market fit. We're now heavily prospecting, and because RefBook is multi-sport ready, we're introducing a number of new sports through some exciting pilots in Australia, Europe, and North America. Over the next 18 months, we'll be scaling locally using the Australian and New Zealand markets. This will refine our proposition and develop further functionality in readiness for our last phase, which takes RefBook to the global market, including leveraging the interest already received from global sports tech companies. The founding team has the ideal blend of in-house technology and commercial backgrounds, backed up by comprehensive knowledge of sports officiating. We've also established a network of leading professionals to help take us to the next level. At RefBook, we're moving quickly to secure the incredible opportunities in front of us. We're excited to embark on our first capital raise to continue our trajectory and actively opening discussions with investors. It's time to make the call and join the RefBook crew. Thanks for listening.
Determination is when nothing's going to stop you. It's the refusal to sit down. It's lifting the weight or finishing the race because nothing matters until you cross that finishing line. Please welcome Christy Jenkins, elite Aussie athlete in 3 different sports.
I'm Christy Jenkins and I've won the green and gold for Australia in 3 different sports. And I'm a partner at Athletic Ventures. As an athlete, determination is essential. Determination to never give up, to win, to make my coaches proud. It's the last of these, my incredible coaches, that I attribute most of my success to. Atlas Coaching is a platform that connects athletes and coaches to youth athletes who are determined to improve. It's for women and it's founded by 2 inspiring women who are formidable athletes in their own right.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina and I'm the co-founder of Atlas Coaching. Atlas is a digital coaching app by female athletes for female athletes. Yes, that's right, females in tech supporting females in sport. But this is nothing new to us. I found both sport and tech are actually quite similar. It's an environment where sheer grit, determination, and a bit of luck are essential to success. I'm an ex-ski racer and now weekend coach by background, and I spent years watching so many female athletes struggle financially and so many kids not being able to access coaches that led me to found Atlas. We live in a reality where most kids don't have access to quality coaches. I know I didn't when I was growing up. My soccer coach was a parent volunteer. My co-ski coaches now are just parent volunteers. And while we love our parent volunteers, as athletes, sometimes we want to see what the pros think. Another reality I lived and watched was myself and many of my friends struggle to find the funds to keep pursuing their dreams. paying to play is a harsh truth, and athletes are barely getting by on limited funds from stipends. They're driving Ubers, they're working in coffee shops just to pay for training, just to get to that next competition. And this reality is so much worse if we just look at females in sport being paid a fraction of what the men are. The average women's player in the AFL makes 6% of her male counterpart. In 2019, Steph Curry's salary was 3 times as much as what every single player in the WNBA made. That is 1 male to 432 female professional athletes. Men's leagues are still capturing 93% of dollars spent on sport. But we're here to change this. If no one else is going to pay us, let's get to work ourselves. Atlas taps into the gig economy and the digital training trend that has grown so much during COVID and gives women space to capitalize on that trend. Our female athletes like Olympians Greta Small, Grania Somerville, AFLW players like Nikki Barr and Emma Grant will be able to digitize their skill sets and grow their digital persona while inspiring and coaching the next generation. They'll set a price on the value of their time for these personalized coaching lessons. So instead of driving that Uber, let's digitize a skill set we spent a lifetime building, and let's give young girls access to the heroes they idolize and want to become. If I was 10 again, and I knew I could have sent Mia Hamm a video of myself playing soccer and get her feedback, instead of just getting my friend's dad's opinion, who knows where I'd be today. But let's stop waiting and wondering what could have been, and let's do it ourselves. Let's support women in sport, both for this generation and the next. So as we launch in Australia, we hope you join us in keeping the drumbeat going and telling these amazing female athletes' stories and connecting us, because the world can't and won't ignore us forever.
Access is about opening the doors. It's elevating talent in a world filled with it. Opportunities are everywhere, and Access shows us where. It's a pleasure to introduce James Dimitriou, Chair of the Australian Sports Technologies Network.
Hey everyone, it's James Dimitriou here, Chair of the Australian Sports Technologies Network. I hope you've all been enjoying the Decathlon so far. Access is essential at all levels of sport and in business. There are millions of emerging stars running around the grassroots sporting fields across the country with dreams of performing on the big stage, televised to masses like the recent Tokyo Olympics. I'm really glad to introduce the team behind SportVot, a multi-sport platform for community sports leagues and emerging talent. SportVot know the value of access and are providing cost-effective live coverage streaming to sports bodies and tournament organisers around the world. Please welcome Siddhant from SportVot.
Hi, I'm Siddhant and I'm one of the founders of SportVot. Have you ever dreamed of watching yourself or your loved ones play sport on TV? Below the professional leagues, a sports fan's dream of watching their childhood club or league play has been a pipe dream until now. No common platform exists for the community to support their local teams and for friends and family to watch their loved ones play. About 99% of the sports games in the world are not live streamed. Sports streaming is expensive and difficult for sports bodies and tournament organizers. Thousands of dollars are spent in buying expensive hardware and software licenses, as well as making provisions for OB vans. Hiring the right service providers is challenging and heavy on your pockets. But in this world of fast-speed internet and smartphones, why do we still think about traditional means of broadcasting? That is where SportVot comes in. SportVot is a multi-sport OTT platform where you can watch grassroots and community sport matches, highlights, and catch emerging athletes in action. We provide a cost-effective and convenient way for sports bodies and tournament organizers to broadcast their games, connect with their local community, and earn money from viewership and advertisements. SportVot is simple and easy to use for any sports organization, no matter how big or small. Going live with SportVot is super quick. You do not need to buy any specific hardware. We can get you up and running within a few hours. The SportVot Cloud Suite helps to provide an ESPN or KO type of an experience with premium TV-grade graphics and interactive live streaming. All this is done with the only piece of hardware we all possess, that is the smartphone. There are about 250,000 official tournaments that take place in India and Australia alone. Sport isn't just about the big leagues, it's also about the local community. In an age where everyone has a camera and access to the world in their back pockets, only 1% of sport is televised and shared. And when we consider women's sport in isolation, the numbers are even lower. So the opportunity we have is huge. Our business model currently has two revenue streams: a basic subscription or service fee for producing live content through the cloud studio, and a percentage cut on advertisements like YouTube. We've streamed over 8,000 matches, collected more than 17 million data points of 40,000 athletes, and generated close to 10 million in viewership in about 11 months. We've benchmarked some amazing numbers like streaming 108 matches in a single day across multiple venues, and we are the only ones to have figured this out yet. We have also just launched in Australia and streamed around 50 games in just a month, and all this has been done amid all the possible snap lockdowns that you could encounter. We are a team of passionate sports and technology enthusiasts who are building the biggest repository of emerging sports talent. By democratizing the access to live sports production for all, we aim to provide coverage to every single sports tournament. We are seeking to partner with local clubs and sports bodies, help us in our mission to transform the grassroots and community sport by providing them with the access to coverage they deserve. Thank you.
Hustle is all about the work. It's thinking on your feet, rolling with the punches. It's learning fast and acting faster. A hustler's job is never done. Respect the hustle.
Next, we welcome Chris Jeffers, co-founder of Cummins & Partners and an entrepreneur in residence on the program.
Hi everyone, my name's Chris Jeffers. I co-founded Cummins & Partners, Australia's leading independent creative media agency. Watching so many amazing sports people make it to the Olympic Games really makes you respect the hustle. Balancing a sporting lifestyle with a public profile is no easy feat. Recognition is as important as your training. The team at Famecast know the value of the hustle. They've developed an all-in-one platform to empower online creators and influencers. It's about streamlining the process to grow their audience and make them money, allowing athletes and others to commercialise their personal brand. I'll now pass it over to Rex from Famecast.
Hi everyone, I'm Rex Wong and I am the CEO of Famecast. Famecast is an all-in-one software platform that helps creators build, grow, and accelerate their brand and business in the exploding creator economy, which is now already a $100 billion market and which is growing 50% per year and now counts over 50 million creators, 2.5 million of which do it as a full-time job, while 47 million do it as a side hustle. This grew even faster during the pandemic as many people lost their jobs and their businesses during the lockdown, so many needed to find new income streams to supplement or replace their existing incomes. Even gig workers such as Uber drivers had to find new ways to make income when people weren't taking Ubers. Others want to turn their passion into a sustainable income stream. Even my 6-year-old niece wants to be a creator because she thinks it's cool. On the other side, consumers are also looking for more content to consume, having been stuck at home with lots of time on their hands and nothing to do. And they prefer authentic content from real-world creators. That makes it a great time to be a creator. Yet it isn't easy to be a creator as it takes a lot of work and learning new things to achieve your full potential as a creator, including needing to use a lot of online tech tools and software, since everything is online and digital. Typically, creators spend 70 to 80% of their time on the tech and only 20% to 30% of their time actually creating and monetizing. This became an even bigger dilemma during the pandemic, as many professions had to go from real world to virtual overnight, as the world went on lockdown. This included musicians that needed to replace real world concerts with virtual concerts, as well as working class creators, such as yoga instructors, who had to go from yoga studios to doing virtual yoga sessions, and music instructors who had to teach music virtually versus one-on-one tutoring sessions. They were trying to use platforms such as Zoom that were not designed for these use cases, as they would kludge together different other point feature tools together such as Eventbrite, OnlyFans, and MailChimp, because they needed things like ticketing, booking, systems, subscriptions, and promotion. This creates a big cut and paste Frankenstein nightmare as many creators use upwards of 10 or more different platforms strung together, which also costs a lot of money as monthly subscription costs for multiple tools add up. cutting into profitability. Famecast solves all that. Famecast is an all-in-one platform that empowers creators with the tools and ecosystem they need to create their own sustainable creator businesses. Think of us as the Salesforce of creators. We help them eliminate friction by streamlining workflow, combining many tools into one that provides creators with their own web portal, mobile, and even TV apps, complete with their own fan communities, memberships, live streaming, ticketing, e-commerce, and more. We also help creators create their own branded products and merchandise without needing to worry about supply chain and fulfillment. Famecast's intelligent AI also helps creators create content and automatically post and promote it to all their social networks, saving time and helping them grow audience and extending their reach. We do it all for them, and we offer all this to creators in a unique business model as it is free to use. We only make money if they make money by revenue sharing on the back end. Famecast's experienced founders have founded numerous companies with multiple exits to companies such as Google. My background in particular has been creating AdSense, which Google bought, as well as building Dave TV, one of the first IPTV platforms powering media companies such as Disney and MGM, as well as for celebrities. We are taking what we learned from those experiences, helping media companies and celebrities to now help creators become the next media companies and brands. We have just launched in the US, and in just a few months, we have already signed up thousands of creators. Now we're coming to Australia to empower Australian creators, and we want to get the word out. We want to help turn creator side hustles and passion projects into real brand businesses so they can quit their day job, as well as help established creators and even brands amplify and accelerate their businesses. Come join us in building the new creator economy. Thank you.
Attitude is a frame of mind. It's an operating system. It's the lens we choose to view our world with. With the right attitude, obstacles don't deter you, they push you, and they push you to be better every single time. Please welcome Ian Robson, CEO of Rowing Australia.
Hi everyone, I'm Ian Robson, CEO of Rowing Australia. Athletes exercise a frame of mind that overcomes their problems, improves their mental state, and maximises their effectiveness out on the water. Having the right attitude can turn problems into solutions and losses into wins. There's no substitute for good attitude, and the team behind Row Nation have recognised that. Row Nation is the digital home for the indoor rowing community, enabling users to interact, train and compete in a connected environment. It's a platform that instills a hardworking attitude in its users while providing the feedback to make them better. Rowing Australia is proud to support the innovation and future vision for the sport that Row Nation is creating. It's with pleasure that I introduce my colleague, Kathleen Hextall.
Hello and welcome to Row Nation, where we are all about indoor rowing. Indoor rowing is the rowing machine you have at home or use at the gym, and every time you row, you're an indoor rower and one of 4.4 million other Australians rowing. My name is Kathleen Hextall, CEO of Row Nation. Row Nation is Rowing Australia's first commercial venture. With the full support of the Rowing Australia board, Row Nation has been set up as a separate entity to drive the digitisation of indoor rowing in a move towards an e-sport offering. Driving an innovation and technology capability within Australian rowing is critical for the future of the sport. So think of us as a Strava or Peloton of rowing. Our team represents the Rowing Australia board, senior management and staff with a combined rowing experience of over 50 years, from running events and challenges to an MBA looking at the commercialisation of indoor rowing. Our attitude is our strength, and there is no better team to deliver a solution and unite a community within Australia or internationally. We know the space, we understand the problem, and we know the solution we've created. So we get it. Rowing is you, the machine, and numbers. There can be a lack of motivation if you can't see if you're improving. Doing the same 5 workouts can be repetitive. And without access to the community, you can feel isolated. So we are building a community, and Row Nation will create more rowers, connect and inspire. From fitness and personal bests to high performance, it is all about the attitude. Originally a surfboat rower, Georgina Rowe won the Australian Indoor Rowing Championships in 2016. Targeted by Rowing Australia High Performance, represented Australia at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics as part of the Women's 8. Ben Farinazzo used the healing power of sport at the 2018 Invictus Games and is part of his journey back from PTSD and spinal injuries. Jackie Reese, mother of 2, started indoor rowing after one of our challenges. She's aiming to beat her PB and wants to compare her results and row with others. We want rowers to access the community who are cheering from the sidelines, there to challenge and motivate. Market research has given us a target of 4.4 million people indoor rowing in Australia. At Row Nation, we're initially targeting the 41,000 registered rowers before moving wider to the digital fitness market in Australia and internationally. We've created an app addressing the pain points we know our rowing community are trying to address. Some of the unique features include select a workout, a Row Nation workout, one of your favourite workouts, or just row. Set your targets for the workout based on your prior results for that workout. Track to target in real time as you row. Save and access your workout to track your progress, compare with others in your group, our community, via your fitness app or social media. Exclusive access to the Australian rowing team of athletes, IP, insights, coaches and support staffs gives us an expert advantage over everyone else in this digital space. We have over 6,000 engaged indoor rowing enthusiasts as part of our community and are the go-to location for indoor rowing in Australia. Having successfully run over 43 indoor rowing competitions to date, an incredibly successful 2022 Tokyo Olympics with a men's and women's awesome foursome, now is the perfect time for us to introduce a digital platform to our users. Our app will launch in October this year to a selected group of engaged users. Phase 2 will be released in January 2022. We are also currently in conversations to use our app for the journey to the Paris 2024 Olympics. So join our crew along with 6,000 others who have already registered their interest to row with us at rownation.co. Thank you.
Wow, what an engaging start to our Demo Day Decathlon. 5 amazing companies. We're now joined by some of our sporting heroes, sharing the attributes that have gotten them to where they are today. Enjoy the inside access.
Got you. Claire Lindop will win the derby on Rebel Raider.
Hi, I'm Claire Lindop. I became the first Australian female jockey to ride in the Melbourne Cup in 2003. I was lucky enough to ride in the big race 3 times. Over 20 years I was champion rider and my biggest win was the VRC Derby in 2008 on Rebel Raider. The key to my success, I believe, was persevering, not giving up, working hard, but also doing that something different. So being reliable and turning up even when the chips were down, when I didn't get a ride on the good race or I got replaced by a jockey, I didn't have a good ride, I'd still turn up, put in the hard yards, show my professionalism and dedication, and that made the difference for me.
In the MRF Challenge, Dylan Young, the Australian, takes the flag to win. Valdemar Eriksson second.
Hey everyone, my name's Dylan Young. I'm an Australian racing driver competing internationally. For those of you that don't know, it's a really tough journey and one that requires a lot of financial backing. And I think what's really helped me is having a never say die attitude. Too many people, I think, in life give up when it's hard. And I've had an enormous sort of passion and resilience that I think has helped bring people along my journey who want to be a part of it. And that's just helped the on-track results because I know when it hasn't been given easy to me, I'm willing to go the extra mile compared to the drivers around me. So bring the passion, bring the hunger, bring the resilience, and you'll surprise yourself with what you can do. Cheers.
46-year-old Michelle Lee arrived on the Caribbean island of Antigua today after rowing for...
My name is Michelle Lee. I'm 49 years old, a solo ocean rower and world record holder of the 1 million metre indoor rowing challenge. The attributes that contribute to my success is having a crystal clear goal or dream and then connecting to that emotionally, playing it like a movie in my head over and over, applying some conscious focused intention every single day towards getting you to that start line, have self-belief, and then also when the going gets really tough, I pride myself on being too stupid to quit. I'm also motivated and fueled by the desire to not die wondering.
Annie Wilson's got the lead back. Zhang of China in
Some attributes that I believe got me to my peak and create success. The first one would have to be the drive and I think just being able to set a goal and doing everything you can to achieve that goal is really important. When you know where you're going and what you want, it kind of makes it a little bit easier. And then in saying that, I think the second is the love of learning. I think being excited to achieve your goals and learning new ways to do that is a really, really important attribute. I know for me personally, if I get something new to learn, I know it's only going to help me, so that really excites me.
It's so fantastic to hear from our sporting stars about the attributes that have taken them to the peak of their sports. Thank you all for sharing. We've already heard from 5 incredible startups about how they're changing the face of sports and event technology. Our next 5 are ready to go and ready to share their Olympic attributes: data-driven decision-making, vision, resilience, excellence, and passion. We'll start with the team at Full Venue.
Data-driven decision-making is the DNA of success. But there's no magic going on. It's just work done well. Extensive research and detailed analysis with its eyes always glued on the bigger picture. Welcome Lucas Smith, representing the Melbourne Racing Club.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucas Smith, General Manager of Strategic Planning at the Melbourne Racing Club. The decisions you make when following your goals are vital. Observing data in its many forms can really guide you to taking the right steps at the right time. Any sports team manager knows this. Who plays where, which combination of players makes for the strongest team, and how can we apply everything we've learned to achieve the greatest outcome? Full Venue provides marketing managers with that same insight for off-field data. With an AI platform that predicts the exact likelihood of a fan to make a purchase, to segment fans and to better drive your marketing and sales strategy. It's using data-rich research to better the outcome. Please welcome Tiago from Full Venue.
Hello, my name is Tiago Costa. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Full Venue. I want to start this presentation by sharing with you that during the past 5 years, I was working inside one of the biggest sports organizations in the world, the Portuguese Football Association. Over there, I had the opportunity to understand how does the sports industry works from the inside, and also to identify some of the biggest opportunities that we have in the market. Let's talk about those opportunities. We are passing through a very difficult moment right now. Sports and events industries knows it better than anyone, but this is a moment of opportunity. And we need to get our fans back to the events as soon as possible. How can we do that? I will tell you that some of the biggest consultancy companies in the world are building reports saying that AI marketing can increase sales up to 50%. Can also increase return on investment through marketing actions up to 30%. So, you have the opportunity, we just need to create a solution. That's why we have built Full Venue. Full Venue is an AI platform that predicts the exact likelihood of a customer to make a purchase, like buying a ticket to an event or a piece of merchandise on an e-commerce platform. I will tell to the organization that John presents an 85% likelihood of buying the white shirt on the e-commerce platform. With this information, organizations will be able to increase their sales revenues, reduce their marketing costs, and personalize their communication. AI is expensive, but not with Full Venue. Full Venue works on a revenue share model basis. So, Full Venue will tax a percentage from the sales that we help you to generate. So, you will only pay to Full Venue if you generate sales that you were not generating before. Today, we are working with the Royal Belgian Football Association, with Sport Lisboa e Benfica from Portugal, and with Club Nacional from Uruguay. We are also negotiating with some of the biggest sports brands in the world. Apart from me, I have the former CTO of the Portuguese Football Professional League and a very experienced team in sports, marketing, and data science. If you think that this is the right moment for your organization to put some additional value into the data that you are already collecting, just let us know. Full Venue will help you to increase your sales. Thank you very much.
Vision is that light bulb moment, the reason you get out of bed. It's the one thing that colours everything you do. It's that dream you conjured up way back at the start, and it's reminding you to claim it. Please welcome from the Australian Grand Prix Corporation, CEO Andrew Westacott.
Janae Orr, the co-founder and CEO of City Guide, Ollie Howard from Startup Bootcamp, and everyone involved in the Startup Decathlon. My name's Andrew Westacott. I'm Chief Executive at the Australian Grand Prix Corporation. Welcome and good luck today. Promises to be really exciting. The team at, speaking of excitement, the team at City Guide have a strong vision for the future experiences at and around major events. We know that vision is vitally important, as in the early 90s, the Victorian government, the major events company, had a vision for what the Australian Grand Prix Corporation can deliver from a Formula One and MotoGP perspective, and here we are, acknowledged as one of the best in the world when it comes to delivering major events. At City Guide, they're using AR technology to augment real-life guides and athletes at events and cities around the world. And not only does this improve the fan experience, which is vitally important in the competitive world of major events, but it also provides clients with essential data on their attendees. And major events is about experiences and data, and it's never been truer. So I support Naor with his vision. Good luck today and good luck to everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Ormir and I'm CEO of City Guide, where we use AR technology to show you around the world. Whether you're traveling to explore a landmark in India, a museum in the US, a conference in Portugal, or attending a sporting event like the Grand Prix, our guides will be waiting for you there. We want you to leave your house knowing you always have someone to show you around. City Guide was born from inspiration by AR's biggest success story to date, Pokemon Go, which brought the technology into general public awareness. Our only difference is that instead of a virtual Pikachu, with City Guide, you get your favorite athlete popping up to show you around. When was the last time you were in a new city or at a new event, with questions about where and how to get around? Today's travelers spend days doing research and juggle way too many apps for local guidance. Googling just doesn't cut it anymore. Today's young travelers want instant access to digital guidance. The days of tourist bureaus, outdated travel books, or expensive personal guides being our only option for local information are long gone. We want convenience. Around the world, COVID has accelerated adoption of digital technologies like virtual and augmented reality. For a long time, however, AR was generally considered as just a toy. But in a recent survey by Deloitte, 3 out of 4 people said they expect AR to add practical utility to their lives within the next few years. That shows that major technological revolutions don't just happen overnight. Like seasoned athletes, we know that sometimes it takes a little vision. We use a simple process to turn real-life people into virtual guides. Our guides can be found anywhere in the world, are COVID-friendly, can speak multiple languages, and are never booked out. And it doesn't end there. Our technology can be applied in thousands of cities, stadiums, conferences, and museums across the globe, adding up to massive market potential. We've run pilot programs in multiple cities and various continents, including with the Ministry of Tourism in Portugal, and voted a top 20 travel startup by Focusrite, the most respected travel research authority in the world. In a sporting capital like Melbourne, game day events are the social nexus bridging both local tourism and sporting culture. An example, the Grand Prix, which alone brings an estimated $35 million to the state of Victoria and attracts 230,000 international visitors in a normal year. There is huge potential there in building COVID-friendly experiences for visitors, from the moment they step into the city until they finally make it to the pitch. City Guide helps engage consumers. Whether you're new to a city or just looking for a fun experience, find AR Daniel Ricciardo at the local pub to grab a drink with other race fans before the engines start. Get the most important updates and information about an event, and don't miss out on discounts and promotions. City Guide's AR athletes and VIPs will stage for photo opportunities to be shared on social media. We have a SaaS business model that allows simple integration with existing applications through our SDK, allowing event organizers to easily offer City Guide's AR experience to their visitors. City Guide collects important data to give event organizers a better understanding of who their fans are and where and when they choose to hang out, opening the door to sponsorship opportunities and maximizing commercial returns on investment. So, if you're in the event or tourism business, please reach out and talk to us about how we can drive more data, more revenue, and better customer experiences for your visitors. Because at City Guide, no matter where you choose to go, we're always there to show you around.
Resilience is taking a hit, but bouncing back. It's withstanding the blows and adapting to the new. Nothing can break you because you've done it all before. Resilience is survival. Please welcome one of our limited partner investors, Prue Salter.
Hi everyone, I'm Prue Salter, a limited partner investor in the SBC cohort. No venture exists without its setbacks. Athletes and entrepreneurs alike are constantly faced with roadblocks and rejection, but they've got the resilience to push on through. They quickly learn how to cope and return to top form, ready and stronger to face the next obstacle. The team behind PromoShare know the power of resilience in a sporting world recovering from the impacts of COVID. PromoShare is a marketplace helping sports brands discover and increase loyalty and generate revenue through hyperlocal fan communities, rewarding the most passionate supporters for bringing their friends to events. It's my great pleasure to introduce Ernie from PromoShare.
What does a half-empty Rihanna concert, a Major League Baseball game, and an NFL football game all have in common? Over $15 billion in unsold ticket revenue year over year. Hello, my name is Ernesto Pedroza, and I am the founder of PromoShare. PromoShare is a word-of-mouth platform tailor-made for sports teams, live event producers, and venue operators who want to sell more tickets by leveraging existing fans to sell tickets to their peers in exchange for often hard-to-reach rewards. We believe a fan's voice is far more valuable than a paid ad, most likely just dying in social media threads. You see, our clients are enlisting existing fans that have a true and authentic connection with their team or event. PromoShare further amplifies the ambassador's reach by enabling social buying, turning a buyer into a seller and turning one fan into many. We built the PromoShare platform so it easily integrates with all the major ticketing platforms and manages the entire fan engagement lifecycle from activation through sales attribution down to the single ambassador, allowing our clients the ability to create campaigns that promote loyalty and frequency, resulting in many more tickets sold with a lot less ad spend. To give you an idea how the PromoShare platform works, I'd like for you to meet Bola. Bola is an avid Chicago White Sox fan and he loves TikTok. He created a video for the Chicago White Sox for their vaccination promotion at Sox Park. His post generated over 5,000 views and sold 63 tickets, resulting in $2,395 for one single game. Bola was rewarded with 4 free box seats and $100 in concession cash, earning his way to throwing out the first pitch at a game one day. Now imagine the impact millions of fans like Bola can make. Since our launch, we have partnered with some of the world's most recognizable sports and event brands and have generated close to $2 million in new ticket revenue for our clients, and thousands of ambassadors have redeemed rewards, earning us a spot on Major League Baseball's roster of integrated partners. The PromoShare team has firsthand experience in the problem we are solving today, and we have over 30 years collectively in the fan engagement, rewards, and data analytics space. So if you're a sports organization that wants to grow engagement from a specific fan community or simply wants to sell more tickets, we want to talk to you. We are also looking for intros to investors in the sports tech and fan engagement community. Join the PromoShare revolution now. Thank you very much.
Excellence. The best one can possibly be. It's world class, the creme de la creme. It's seeking quality and victory wherever it lies. Striving for excellence lifts you and all those around you. From the AFL, please welcome Grant Williams.
Hi everyone, I'm Grant Williams, the AFL's National Talent Development Manager. Over the years, observing the very best athletes in Australian football has taught me about the importance of setting high standards, striving to be the best you can be, striving for excellence if you like. Sport Match is embarking on a search for athletes with the attributes and qualities of excellence. They've developed a talent ID platform that combines computer vision with predictive analytics to help identify the stars of the future. Let me introduce you to Steve Norton from the Sport Match team, who'll tell you a little bit more about their efforts to identify the very best athletes of the future.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve, CEO and co-founder of Sport Match. With Tokyo 2020 finally getting underway, it has been so good getting to watch the world's greatest athletes competing again on an international stage. But even more exciting is the host city for 2032 was announced and it's on home soil in Brisbane. While we watch the current generation of athletes compete for gold, it's crazy, but we need to start thinking the search for the 2032 team starts right now. Many of the athletes that will end up competing are probably only just starting school. So how do you identify children with the potential for excellence in 2032? Well, in Australia, as well as many other countries, early talent ID is key to why we sit higher in the medal tally than our population would suggest. The problem is that sports scouting and talent ID, particularly at a grassroots level, is slow, is fragmented, and it's subjective. And in Australia, less than 5% of children are being assessed each year, meaning hundreds of thousands will have been overlooked by the time 2032 comes. This is even more true for countries with larger populations and less access to resources. But what if we could automate the testing and analysis to predict what an athlete from as young as 8 will look and perform like as an adult? Well, that's what Sport Match does. Sport Match is a digital talent ID platform. By testing athletes in 20 standard fitness and body measures, Sport Match uses predictive analytics to predict an adult size and performance, to match an athlete to their best suited sports, and to improve efficiencies in player comparisons. Sport Match is currently working with Australian institutes to help identify Olympic talent, but outside of sports institutes, we know that sports teams and leagues are also competing to find the best talent earlier. Lionel Messi was first scouted at age 8, and Luka Doncic signed his first contract in basketball at 13. Teams and sponsors are spending millions of dollars looking for any advantage in finding the next superstar, and Sport Match makes accessing young athletes easier. The Sport Match algorithms are an evidence-based approach to talent ID, which combines our domain expertise in sports science with the largest known database of performance data in children and elite athletes. Our team has over 60 years of combined professional and academic experience in sports science, and we've worked with international sports bodies across multiple codes. Our current platform is providing sports institutes with improved talent ID. We're also working with sports teams in AFL, hockey and basketball, seeing increases of efficiency of talent ID by up to 80%, leaving more time for coaches to coach and athletes to develop. But we're not stopping just there. We've seen how engaged young athletes have been with our current product. And so because of this, we're launching a direct-to-consumer product in the last quarter of this year. This B2C product will allow aspiring athletes to test and develop their abilities in a smartphone app, all while gaining exposure to sports scouts and sponsors. The results are verified and can be accessed by sports organisations, increasing their talent pool globally at the click of a button. This bridges the gap between the $8 billion fitness and coaching app industry with the $15 billion sports scouting industry to create a truly unique platform connecting athletes and sports in a global marketplace for talent across every major sport. We're opening a funding round in the coming months to develop the direct-to-consumer product and maximise our opportunities in this area. So, if you're involved in testing, evaluating or developing athletes, please contact us for a chat about how Sport Match can improve your talent. For everybody else, I appreciate your time in listening to the demo and please do reach out for any more information on our platform, on partnerships and on funding. Thanks.
Passion is the energy that explains it all. The jumps for joy, the gritting of teeth, and the messy tears. When something is your purpose, the emotions are high. Passion inspires, attracts, and builds. Representing the Victoria Racing Club, welcome Ben McAuliffe.
Hi, I'm Ben McAuliffe, Senior Manager Digital Development at the Victoria Racing Club. Sport, it's all about passion. It's everywhere. It's in the athletes, it's in the trainers, it's in the organisers, and of course, it's in the fans. It's why we as a nation stop on the first Tuesday in November every year to watch 24 horses race down the famous Flemington Straight. And it's why we hug madly in the stands when we back the winner. The team behind Home Fans has tapped into this passion, creating the Airbnb for sporting experiences. Home Fans connects hundreds of trusted sports fans from around the world, hosting unique sporting tours and experiences. It's a platform where you're invited to feel at home at some of the world's biggest sporting events. So, please welcome Daniel from Home Fans.
Hi, I'm Daniel, COO and co-founder at Home Fans. You, me, we're all sports fans. And we've all been in that situation while attending a sports event that after sorting out the hassle of getting a ticket, we still felt out of place, didn't know where to go, who to hang out with, or how to meet with like-minded fans. Believe me, I've been there many, many times. Yet, this also happens to millions of fans around the world. They're just not looking for tickets anymore. They seek for experiences, to belong to a community of fans, and have embraced technology more than any generation before them. Luke and I created Home Fans to address this particular challenge. Home Fans is a marketplace allowing sports fans to book unique trips and experiences hosted by locals around the world, and local fans and sporting organizations to earn money. All in one place. Think of it as the Airbnb for sports experiences. At Home Fans, you can select the experience that suits you best thanks to our diverse range of products hosted by locals or sporting organizations. Based on their knowledge and passion for their sport and city, these experiences are not only really authentic, but also very exclusive. Whether it's a 10-day trip to Argentina with a football overdose and the best steaks in town, an exclusive member match day experience at the MCG with a pint of beer and an Aussie beef pie, or a virtual tour of the football mirrors in Naples with a slice of pizza, the best memories are always guaranteed. The journey has been quite positive. Up until now, we've made total revenue of more than $1.6 million, connected more than 4,000 sports fans on our platform, and built a network of reputable hosts and sporting organizations on the marketplace. And how do we operate? We have a fairly simple business model which is commercially viable for us while appealing for our hosts. For every transaction on the marketplace, we charge a fixed service fee. That's it. Home Fans has been operating since 2016. And after achieving product market fit in more than 40 destinations, our next goal is to scale the marketplace in the sporting capitals of the world, with Melbourne being one of those. In each sporting capital, we take a step-by-step approach, which sees us build supply and demand, grow it, iterate it, and then replicate it in the next targeted city. Our ultimate goal is global expansion and to land in the US market, where we see a tremendous potential and direct synergies with the Home Fans proposition. In order to achieve this, we require capital investment, and that is why we will open our Series A raise shortly. We are building the world's #1 sport experiences brand, and our mission is to connect fans through unique and unforgettable memories, and therefore, to enable friendships, wanderlust, and sense of belonging. We have now landed in Australia, where we look forward to bringing our unique sports experiences formula. And if you want to jump on this exciting growth journey, feel free to give us a shout on the email you see there, and we'll be delighted to have a chat. Thank you very much.
Amazing. We've seen 10 incredible companies today sharing how they're innovating to change the way we consume, attend, engage, and participate in sports and major events. They're changing the face of sport. These top entrepreneurs share the athlete's mindset. They commit, they sacrifice, and they're constantly improving, and the payoff is huge. So help our teams win gold and play your part in transforming sports and events. It's now your turn to join the conversation. Jump into the virtual rooms with one or more of the startups to hear your questions answered or to ask something new. You can find the virtual rooms on the startup profile pages. So thank you to everyone who joined today, and a particularly warm thank you to our keynote speakers for sharing your insights and for your ongoing support.